Alex and Rosie's Adventures in Suffolk. Alex and Rosie enjoyed visiting the countryside. This is a story about their favourite places in Suffolk. Lakenheath Fen. There's a lot of wildlife at Lakenheath Nature Reserve. Alex and Rosie enjoyed watching the dragonflies. Alex spotted a kingfisher. Rosie was very happy. Kingfishers are beautiful birds. High Lodge, Thetford Forest. Alex and Rosie enjoyed visiting the musical forest. Alex liked ringing the bells. Rosie's favourite instrument was a xylophone. They both enjoyed hitting the gongs. Lackford Lakes. A nightingale was singing near the visitor centre. Alex and Rosie listened to the song. It was beautiful. They visited the hides where you can watch the birds. They saw many birds, but their favourite was a snipe. Bradfield Woods. Alex and Rosie visited Bradfield Woods in spring. They saw primroses, bluebells, and beautiful orchids. Birds were singing in the trees. Rosie recognised the song of a chiff-chaff. Redgrave and Lopham Fen. Alex and Rosie followed a path through the marsh. Wild flowers along the path attracted lots of butterflies. Rare spiders live in the marsh. Alex was excited to see a spider at the edge of a pond. Foxborough Farm. Alex and Rosie visited Foxborough Farm. They walked through a meadow where sheep were grazing. Later, they walked on a path through a field of barley. Alex and Rosie were amazed. The barley was very tall. Northfield Wood. Alex and Rosie visited Northfield Wood in the autumn. Leaves were falling from the trees. Alex and Rosie collected different coloured leaves. They used the leaves to make a crown. Framlingham Castle. Alex and Rosie were excited to visit Framlingham Castle. The castle walls were very tall. They climbed the stairs to the top of the battlements. The view across the lake was amazing. Blackshall Heath. Alex and Rosie took their friend to Blackshall Heath. They found pine cones under the trees. Some of the trees had very rough bark. Alex made bark rubbings with paper and crayons. Walberswick. Alex and Rosie walked on the boardwalk through the reeds. They saw two bearded tits that looked like parrots. Later, Alex and Rosie caught several large crabs. Alex carefully put the crabs back into the water. RSPB Minsmere. Alex and Rosie went bird watching in a hide. Alex saw a Marsh Harrier and Rosie heard a cuckoo. A bittern was feeding in the reeds in front of the hide. Alex and Rosie were very happy to see so much wildlife. Westleton Heath. On an autumn day at Westleton Heath, just before sunset, Alex and Rosie walked across the heath. Suddenly, Alex heard the roar of a red deer stag. With her binoculars, Rosie saw the stag in the distance. Dunwich Heath. Rosie was delighted to see the heather in flower. Pink is Rosie's favourite colour. On the beach, Rosie collected pebbles to take home. Alex collected driftwood to make a sculpture. Snape. The family of man is a large sculpture at Snape. Alex and Rosie ran across the meadow to look at it. Later, they saw a yellow hammer in Snape Warren. The yellowhammer was singing from the top of a bush. Rendlesham Forest. Alex and Rosie went for a long walk in the forest. On a quiet track, they're excited to see a deer. There is an adventure playground in the forest. Alex and Rosie liked playing on the zip wire. Sutton Common. Alex and Rosie explored Sutton Common. They saw a lot of green tiger beetles on the sandy path. Alex wanted to photograph the beetles. When he got too close, the beetles flew away. Stour Valley Path. Alex and Rosie walked along the banks of the River Stour. They saw people in rowing boats on the river. When they arrived at the bridge, Alex and Rosie enjoyed a picnic with Mum and Dad. Flatsford. Rosie was delighted to see plants growing in wellies. She decided to grow plants in her wellies at home. On the nature trail, Alex found a woodpecker made of wood. He tapped it against the tree stump. The place for plants. Alex and Rosie visited the gardens in June. They saw a lot of wildflowers in the meadows. Later, Alex and Rosie found flower petals on the ground. They used the petals to create natural art. Arga Fen. In the spring, there are a lot of bluebells in the woods. Alex was happy because blue is his favourite colour. Rosie was happy to find wild garlic in the wood. Alex did not like the smell. Sudbury Riverside. The path along the river was lovely. Alex and Rosie saw 2 swans with their cygnets. Cows were grazing in the meadows. Alex and Rosie also saw some horses. Melford Country Park. Alex and Rosie looked at the information board. They learned that mammoths lived here a long time ago. They walked around the country park. In the wood, Rosie helped Alex to build a den. I hope that you've enjoyed our story. See you again next time.